Turkey is once again considered a rising power in the Middle East and Europe. Less than 100 years ago, Turkey ruled large chunks of both regions under the banner of the Ottoman Empire. The Turks drove deep into Europe, even reaching the gates of Vienna twice before being defeated. Now they're back. Thanks to heavy immigration over the past 4 decades, at least 500,000 Turks now live in Austria, with many settling in Vienna.
When you think of traditional centers of Judeo-Christian Western civilization, Vienna is certainly one of the first places that comes to mind. But some here say this city has begun to change, to lose its traditional heritage, and become increasingly influenced by Islam.
They are here to dominate, and of course, knowing a little bit about Islam, you can read it there. It's the idea to dominate all the world.
Harald Fiegel monitors Islamic growth in Austria. He says Turkish Muslim immigrants are not assimilating.
What they are trying to do is segregation, to maintain Turkish identity, national and religious identity.
There may be a larger hand behind that strategy. The Turkish government is home to a religious affairs office called Diyanet that approves imams and mosque building inside Turkey. Officials say Diyanet has a global vision, and its influence on Turkish immigrant communities across Europe is growing. In Austria, Diyanet has established an organization called Atib that reports directly to the Turkish government.
They are the organizations which are building the mosques in Austria. A lot of mosques are organized by Atib.
National law mandates that outside organizations cannot implement Islam in Austria. Yet, as CBN News discovered, Atib financed a multi-million-dollar mosque in the tiny Austrian town of Bad Vöslau. It's also behind plans to expand a large mosque in Vienna. Andreas Kohl is the former president of Austria's parliament. He praises Atib and says the group is acting within the law. But he does not deny Atib's larger goal.
Their objective is to get religious teaching organized, but which is the funny thing in a secular state.
But what isn't funny is the strong Islamist stance taken by Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He's harshly criticized Israel while drawing closer to Iran and Syria. Erdogan has also made his views clear on Turkish communities overseas. He's called the assimilation of Turks in Western countries a crime against humanity, and said recently that Turkish-only schools should be opened for immigrants in Germany. Even some Muslim leaders in Vienna are concerned about the growing influence of the Turkish government in their communities.
The question is there, and I'd like to ask it. Is it possible, on the one hand, to make people still very much linked to Turkey as a country, and on the other hand, help in integration process?
So far, Austrian officials have yet to comment on the Turkish government's expanded influence in Vienna and beyond. Given Turkey's history with Vienna, some find the current turn of events tough to accept.
It's hard to believe, but it's a good explanation for everything. We are just giving in.
Eric Stackelbeck, CBN News, Vienna.